Okay, guys, I'm here for episode 3 of Revisiting the Rumble, the review series where I'm gonna re-review every Royal Rumble from 1988 to 2015. This is episode 3, which is the Royal Rumble from 1990. There are 5 matches on this show. This show took place on January the 21st, 1990 from the Orlando Arena in Orlando, Florida. Like I said, there are 5 matches on this show and a segment with the Brother Love Show, which is not going to be really covered too much, at least in the overall show rating. So, the opening contest is the Bushwhackers versus the Rougeau brothers. This is a 1.5 star match. You know, the Bushwhackers were never going to be a 5-star match tag team. They were a comedy team. But this is an okay little match. It's 1.5 stars. Not bad. Not, like, really, really bad. You know, it's an okay little thing. It's 1.5 stars. Bushwhackers win with the battering ram. So, our next match is Brutus, the Barber, Beefcake versus the Genius, Randy Savage's brother Lanny. In one of his few wrestling appearances in the WWE, because most of the other appearances he's ever had that were on pay-per-view were as a manager. This is, I think, his only one that he actually wrestled on. I could be wrong, of course. But this is an match. It's 1 star. Both guys are disqualified. This match is probably more known that it actually set up Mr. Perfect and Brutus Beefcake at WrestleMania 6. At WrestleMania 6, so that's what it's set up. Because Mr. Perfect comes out after Beefcake's cutting Genius's hair, and he gets a chair and he cracks Beefcake's ribs with it. And then in an interview with Gene Okerlund, we find out that Mr. Perfect had drawn number 30. With an interview with Gene Okerlund, we found out that the $1 Million Man had drawn number 1. So this is kind of the first time that we knew who were number 1 and number 30 for the Royal Rumble. Now that would not be repeated for 6 years until 1996. But the match between Brutus Beefcake and the Genius was, like I said, it was meh. It was a 1-star match. So the next match is probably, other than the Royal Rumble, the best match on this show, as it's a submission match between Rugged Ronnie Garvin and Greg the Hammer Valentine. This is a very solid match, with a lot of story elements into it, including the braces on each guy's leg, the Hammer Jammer for Ronnie Garvin and the Heartbreaker for Greg Valentine. The Hammer Jammer actually prevents the submission for Ronnie Garvin originally when he's in the figure 4, but Jimmy Hart takes it off. So Garvin eventually takes off the Hammer Jammer and eventually locks Valentine in a sharpshooter to win the match. This is a very good match. It's probably, other than the Royal Rumble, the match you should watch on this show because it's really, really solid. It's 3.5 stars, very close to 4. So, the next match is Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus the Big Boss Man. Before that match, we have the Brother Love Show with Sensational Sherry and Sapphire, where basically Sherry and Sapphire don't let, Sherry and Brother Love don't let Sapphire say anything, and Sapphire slaps Sherry, which brings out Macho King Randy Savage, that brings out Dusty Rhodes, and this whole segment leads to the mixed tag match between Rhodes and Sapphire against Savage and Sherry at WrestleMania 6. Like I said, the segment's not going to have any bearing on the overall show rating. So, like I said, the next match is Hacksaw Jim Duggan battling the Big Boss Man in an match. It's a 1-star match for what it is. Duggan wins by DQ when the Boss Man cracks him with his nightstick. So then we get the 1990 Royal Rumble match, one of the better Royal Rumble matches because it set WrestleMania 6 up in a lot of ways. It starts with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, who's number 1, and Koko B is number 2. $1 Million Man dispatches Koko B very quickly, and then he just Marty Jannetty's 3 and gets eliminated by DiBiase quickly. Jake Roberts is 4, and a lot of seeds are set between him and DiBiase in this match. And Randy Savage is 5. I'm not going to go through the entire entry order. That'll end up being in the description of this video, the entry order, in case you're interested about it. But I will mention certain points. At number 9, Randy Savage eliminates Jake Roberts, who's trying to DDT to DiBiase. Dusty Rhodes comes in at 10. In his only Royal Rumble, by the way, this is Dusty Rhodes' only appearance in the Royal Rumble match. And Dusty Rhodes eliminates the Macho King, Randy Savage. So in his only Royal Rumble, he at least has one career elimination. This is also the Royal Rumble debut of Roddy Piper. The Earthquake Superfly Jimmy Snuka made his Royal Rumble debut in this match. And there were a few others who made their debuts in the Royal Rumble, like Haku made his debut here in the Royal Rumble in this match, in this Rumble. I think there were only 5 guys who made the Royal Rumble debuts in it, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, there were only like 5 people who made their first appearances in the Royal Rumble here, but that'll be in the description box. So, the Ultimate Warrior eventually enters number 21 in his second and final Royal Rumble appearance. He eliminates Dino Bravo. The Earthquake's 19 eliminates 2 guys, and then everyone everyone else just dumps him over the top in a teamwork. Hogan enters number 5. He eliminates Snuka at 25. Eliminates Snuka, eliminates Haku. He'd have the most eliminations in this, which will also be in the description box, as would the longest lasting superstar, which was Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. The final 4 in this Rumble are Hulk Hogan, Mr. Perfect, Hercules, and Ravishing Rick Rude. The only time Hercules finished in the final 4 of the Royal Rumble. Rude dumps Hercules, and then Rude knocks Perfect out to the apron on a miscommunication double team. And then as Perfect's trying to get back into the ring, he pulls the rope down, which eliminates Rude. Hogan slingshots Perfect into the post, eliminates Perfect to win the 1990 Royal Rumble, which was his first Royal Rumble win. Now, I maintain that the Ultimate Warrior should have won this Royal Rumble and then Hogan win the next year, but I'm not the WWE. But this Royal Rumble did actually set up Savage. This Rumble match alone set up Randy Savage, set up Jake Roberts and Ted DiBiase at WrestleMania 6. It set up Roddy Piper and Bad News Brown at WrestleMania 6, which is, the match is infamous because Roddy Piper decided to paint himself half black for the match for some dumb reason that I never really knew. And like I said, the event itself set up the mixed tag, and it kind of set up the Demolition Colossal Connection match too, because they were fighting each other while all 4 of them were in the ring. So it set up a lot of stuff, plus it also, of course, set up Hogan and Warrior for WrestleMania 6, which is why I maintain Warrior should have won this match, because I think if he would have won it, you have that legit threat of would Warrior beat Hogan, and it makes it for more of a legit threat there. So, it's a 3-star Royal Rumble, so the show's total is 10 stars out of a possible 25, which makes this show a C-, which makes the show a C+. Which makes the show a C-, just outside of C. So, if you like the video, the next video, which will be up tomorrow, will be episode 4, which I'll be looking at the 1991 Royal Rumble. If you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.